Assalamu alaikum. This is Tulika Molika Das welcoming you all to news at 5 p.m. on BTV and BTV World. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said her party Awami League believes in the trust, confidence and power of the people, and none can obstruct country's progress and advancement if they remain on the right path. The Prime Minister said this while addressing leaders and workers of the Awami League and its associate bodies at Ganobhavan this morning. Leaders and workers, including the central leaders, greeted the Prime Minister as she has been elected the President of Bangladesh Awami League for the 10th consecutive term. Sheikh Hasina said the aim of Awami League is to change the fate of the people. She described Awami League as an organization developed from the people and soil of this country.
আওয়ামী লীগের শক্তি তো জনগণ, আমাদের তো আর কোনো মুরব্বীও না, কিছু নেই। আওয়ামী লীগের এই তৃণমূলের আমার নেতা কর্মীরা, তারাই আমাদের মুরব্বী, তারাই আমাদের সব। এদেশের সাধারণ মানুষ যারা আমাদেরকে সমর্থন করে, তারাই আমাদের সবথেকে বড় শক্তি। এই সাধারণ মানুষের কল্যাণে আওয়ামী লীগের প্রত্যেকটা নেতা কর্মীকে কাজ করতে হবে। আমরা তো মানুষ থেকে গড়ে ওঠা সংগঠন, আর বিএনপি জাতীয় পার্টি এগুলি তো অবৈধভাবে সংবিধান লঙ্ঘন করে ক্ষমতা দখলকারী একজন মিলিটারি শাসক, তার পকেট থেকে বের হওয়া ভাসমান। কাজে এদের দায় দায়িত্বটা জনগণের উপর নাই। যদিও তারা দাবি করে অনেক বছর ক্ষমতায়, কিন্তু ক্ষমতায় থেকে নিজেদের ভাগ্য করেছে, বাংলাদেশের মানুষের ভাগ্য করেনি। মানুষের আস্থা বিশ্বাস এটাই আমাদের বড় শক্তি, আমাদের আর কোনো শক্তি নেই। একমাত্র জনগণের শক্তিতেই আমরা বিশ্বাস করি। আর কেউ যদি খুব স্বাধীন চেতা হয় তো অনেকেই তাদেরকে পছন্দ করে না। অনেক বড় বড় দেশ বা আমাদের স্বাধীনতা বিরোধীরা কখনো এটা পছন্দ করবে না। কিন্তু আমাদের জনগণকে যদি আমরা ঠিক রাখতে পারি, বাংলাদেশের উন্নয়ন, বাংলাদেশের মানুষের উন্নতি, এটা কেউ আটকাতে পারবে না। যেটা জাতিপিতা বলে গেছেন যে কেউ দাবা রাখতে পারবে না, সেটা পারবে না। কাজে এটা আপনারা সবাই সবসময় মাথায় রেখেই সংগঠনটার উপরে দায়িত্ব দেবেন, সংগঠনকে উপরে গুরুত্ব দেবেন এবং সংগঠনকে শক্তিশালী করবেন, এটাই আমার অনুরোধ।
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina greeted all the members of Christian community of the country on the occasion of Christmas Day. While exchanging greetings with the party leaders and activists at Ganobhavan this morning, she said religion is for individuals, but festival is for all.
আজকে বড়দিন, শুভ বড়দিন, যিশু খ্রিস্টের জন্মদিন। আমি আমাদের সকল খ্রিস্টান ধর্মাবলম্বী সকলকে আমার বড়দিনের শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি। যদিও তাদের সঙ্গে কথা বলেছি, আগেই শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি, তারপরে আমি আবারও বড়দিনের শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি আমাদের যারা খ্রিস্টান সম্প্রদায় তাদেরকে। বাংলাদেশের আমাদের স্লোগান হচ্ছে ধর্ম যার যার, উৎসব সকলের।
The newly elected Awami League Central Working Committee and Advisory Council led by Party President and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina paid tribute to Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Awami League President Sheikh Hasina first laid a wreath at the portrait of Father of the Nation in front of the Bangabandhu Memorial Museum at Dhanmondi, Road number 32 in Dhaka this morning. The Prime Minister stood there in solemn silence for some time as a mark of profound respect to the memories of the architect of independence of Bangladesh. Later, Sheikh Hasina, along with members of the Central Working Committee and Advisory Council, placed another wreath at the portrait of Bangabandhu. Sheikh Hasina was elected President of Bangladesh Awami League, the country's oldest political party, for the 10th consecutive term, while Obaidul Qadir was re-elected General Secretary for the third time in the 22nd National Council held yesterday. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said Party President Sheikh Hasina has put her confidence on the senior leaders ahead of the upcoming general elections, despite there are many competent leaders in the party. He said this after paying tributes at the portrait of the Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman at Dhanmondi, Road number 32 in the capital today. Obaidul Qadir said a number of challenges have to be overcome in the days to come, including the general elections conspiracies by the BNP Jamaat militancy and communal forces. Responding to a query, he said Dr. Hassan Mahmood tops the list of joint general secretaries of the Awami League.
কাউন্সিলরদের চোখের ভাষা, মনের ভাষা তিনি বোঝেন এবং আমরা গণতান্ত্রিক পদ্ধতিতে গতকাল এই সম্মেলনে নেতৃত্ব নির্বাচিত হয়েছে। পুরনোরা নতুন করে অনেক বেশিরভাগই নির্বাচিত হয়েছেন। প্রধানমন্ত্রী শেখ হাসিনা আমাদের সভাপতি, তিনি কিন্তু আমাদের পার্টিতে অপরিহার্য, তার কোনো বিকল্প নেই। আগামী নির্বাচনকে সামনে রেখে আজকে বিভিন্ন বিশ্ব পরিস্থিতি ফলে যে সংকট এবং আজকে আমাদের দেশেও যে সংকট আছে, জঙ্গিবাদ, সাম্প্রদায়িকতা এবং বিএনপির নেতৃত্বে সরকার হটানোর একটা আন্দোলন তারা করে যাচ্ছে। এই পরিস্থিতিতে আমাদের সামনে লট অফ চ্যালেঞ্জ।
যুগ্ম সদস্য পদের তালিকা নিয়ে একটা কনফিউশন গতকাল তৈরি হয়েছে যে
নেত্রী যেভাবে বলেছেন এটি সিরিয়াল,
মানে সিরিয়ালটা তাহলে কি হবে?
ডক্টর হাসান মাহমুদ নাম্বার 1,
1 নম্বর,
আর যারা যেভাবে আছে
The long-cherished metro rail project is going to be completed finally. The commercial operations of the metro rail between Uttara and Agargaon will begin a day after its inauguration on December 28th. But implementation of the project was not so easy. Insiders said the bold leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has helped implement the project, leaving behind all odds. The attacks on the Holy Artisan restaurant by militant pushed the metro rail project in a crisis as several foreigners, including engineers of the project, were killed in the attack. The coronavirus pandemic gave another shock, but the government of Bangladesh kept rolling the construction work of the metro rail. Scores of workers and engineers from home and abroad worked for the metro rail project. The metro rail will carry 5 lakh passengers daily at a reasonable fare. Experts say metro rail is 100% environment-friendly public transportation system, and IT will help improve the air quality in the capital. Bangladesh Television, BTV, the first ever Bangla television channel, stepped into 59th years of its foundation, leaving behind 58 years of glory and heritage. BTV's role has been unparalleled in flourishing country's culture and heritage over these years. Dhaka Television, DTV, was named Bangladesh Television on September 15, 1972. With the ardent endeavour of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the centre was moved to Rampura TV complex from the DIT building to meet the demand of the times. Till the year 1990, BTV was one of the main media for the people to get information and recreation. Bangladesh Television is pledge-bound to reflect the aspirations of the people as it preserved country's history and heritage. It is hoped by all concerned that BTV, with the spirit of liberation war, will carry on the glorious heritage and develop a colorful future and play a conducive role in building Shonar Bangla as envisioned by the father of the nation. A discussion and colorful reunion was held today at satellite television channel I's Mustafa Monwar studio, marking the 59th founding anniversary of the country's first television channel, Bangladesh Television, BTV. Planning Minister M.A. Mannan was the chief guest at the program. The minister said Bangladesh Television has been playing an important role in broadcasting people-oriented programs and news. Besides, Bangladesh Television has produced a lot of artists, directors and playwrights and given them proper honor. Terming Bangladesh Television as an institution, Planning Minister M.A. Mannan said it produced many memorable productions. Channel I Managing Director Faridur Reza Shagor, Chief of News and Director Shaikh Shiraj, Director Mukit Majumdar Babu, Impress Group Director Jahiruddin Mamun, former Director General of Bangladesh Television Muhammad Harunur Rashid, artists, technicians and people concerned were present at the function. Speakers said Channel I has been set up following Bangladesh Television. There is no alternative to Bangladesh Television to reach the doors of the people they opened. Bangladesh Television is the first television in the Bengali language in the world. It started its journey on December 25th in 1964 as a pilot project in the then DIT Bhavan. In 1967, it turned into Pakistan Television Corporation and in 1972 became Bangladesh Television following an order of the President. Bangladesh Television shifted to its own building in Rampura on February 9th in 1975. On March 6th in the same year, it kicked off broadcasting on a new dimension. Father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman visited the state-run television station on May 21st in 1975. But Bangabandhu and his historic 7-part speech literally disappeared after the 15th August killings and the political changeovers. The nation started watching Bangabandhu's historic speech after the Awami League, led by Sheikh Rehana, formed the government in 1996. But after 5 years, BNP came to power again. In 2001, it banned Bangabandhu's historic speech on BTV. Bangladesh and elsewhere across the world are celebrating Christmas Day, the birthday of Jesus Christ, and amid festivity and religious fervor. People of the Christian community are celebrating the day by offering special prayers, illuminating churches, and installing makeshift Christmas trees at homes and places of worship and big hotels. The Christians attended a special prayer at Kakrail and Farmgate churches in the morning. The scene of the birth of Jesus Christ was painted at the churches alongside massive lighting. Every house in the Christian community is full of joy on the day. Special dishes, including cake and pastry, have been prepared at all houses and big hotels. Children also participate in this celebration alongside elderly persons. Santa Clauses and artificial Christmas trees have been made at the star-level hotels. Special Christmas carols and hymns were sung at Uttarakhand Sadhu Augustine's church. The Christians believe Jesus was crucified on the cross to offer the forgiveness of sins and was resurrected 3 days after his death before ascending to heaven. Now, international news. Nearly 250 million Americans and Canadians were feeling the icy grip of a massive winter storm linked to at least 19 deaths ahead of the holiday weekend. More than 1.5 million people lost power and thousands of flights have been cancelled since Thursday. Near whiteout conditions have been reported in Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Buffalo, New York, where the U.S. National Weather Service (NWS) reported 0-mile visibility. In Canada, Ontario, and Quebec were bearing the brunt of the Arctic blast. The power cut to hundreds of thousands. Much of the rest of the country, from British Columbia to Newfoundland, was under extreme cold and winter storm warnings. President Vladimir Putin has said Russia is ready to negotiate with all parties involved in the conflict in Ukraine. In an interview, Putin told state television he believes that his country is acting in the right direction, is defending national interests, the interests of the country's citizens, and protecting them. Meanwhile, Foreign Minister Wang Yi has defended China's position on the war in Ukraine and signaled that it would deepen ties with Russia in the coming year. Reports say 3 Ukrainian emergency services workers have been killed when a mine exploded while they were demining parts of the southern Kherson region. Besides, a Russian raid on Ukraine's recently recaptured city of Kherson has killed at least 10 people, wounded 58, and left bloodied corpses on the road. However, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky talked about Russian terror after the attack, calling it killing for the sake of intimidating and pleasure. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our next news bulletin. Keep your homestead clean and stay safe from dengue. Khuda Hafiz.